Hello, everyone. I am John Higgins, contributing writer to Film and TV Now, and I'm honored and delighted to be your host and moderator for this very special interview event with multi-hyphenate talent Clémentine Célarié, who is the writer, director, and lead member of the cast in the new adaptation of Guy de Maupassant's Pierre et Jeanne, which plays during the online Paris International Film Festival 2022, which runs from the 10th to the 20th of February. Her film work includes the character of Annie in the late Jean-Jacques Benny, Betty Blue, which starred Béatrice Dalle and is a foremost presence in French cinema. In theatre, she has appeared in adaptations of Arthur Miller's The Crucible and Neil Simon's The Odd Couple, and is also an author and comedian as well. We are also delighted to welcome Jenna Suru, Festival Director of Paris International Film Festival. Warm welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much, John, for having us. We are so thrilled at the Paris International Film Festival to present Clémentine's debut feature, and it's an absolute honor and a blessing. So thank you, Clémentine.
No, thank you both. It's great for me to have the opportunity to talk with you and to talk about cinema, and it's energy, it's sharing stuff. It's really great. So thank you very much. Really, really.
Okay, so I'd like to start with what was it particularly about this particular book that motivated and attracted you into making it into a film?
You talk about Pierre et Jeanne, of course.
Pierre et Jeanne, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm in love with Guy de Maupassant, the writer, the French writer who wrote Pierre, Peter, and John. It's at the origin, it's John. It's not Joan. It's a male. It's two brothers. At the origin of the novel, and I'm in love with this writer since I was 16 years old. I had a crush on his way of transmitting passion. Very big sentimental things, big emotions, extreme emotions, violence in poetry, poetry in violence, all this way of reading in the human soul. He has a way of describing the human soul, which I really love since all this time, so.
Okay. Now, the one thing that struck me about this amazing movie, I mean, I love this on all fronts. I think is the use of locations. I mean, I was struck by some incredible, the pebble beaches and the cliff face. The opening shots are really amazing and atmospheric. I mean, it sort of lends something to it sets us up for an interesting drama, which is what it is. I mean, tell me more about these and where you shot.
The
locations, where did you specifically shoot?
Of course, yes, it's good. Alors, the location is Étretat, which is a very famous place in France, which is a great and astonishing place, like if the sea is like framed in between two cliffs. Falaise, cliffs, I think you say cliffs, big mountain near the sea, it's cliff, maybe, falaise. Anyway, and Étretat is known with this big, Jenna, how do you say falaise in English?
Yeah, cliffs, your English is perfect, Clémentine.
Oh, good, thank you. So it's very famous, Étretat is very famous for the cliffs. It has on the right, on the left, and it's a romantic, a very extremely romantic place, a landscape with the winds. And Maupassant lived there. He had a house there. And to tell you the truth, there is the scenes in Pierre et Jeanne, which take place between Peter and John, enfin Pierre and Jeanne. These scenes when they fight, it has been shot in Maupassant's house, in fact.
Ooh.
But I don't say. I mean, I told you so, but now it's too late. But I didn't want to say this in the le générique, whatever, the screenshot or whatever at the end, because I don't say it a lot because I don't want people to be influenced by this, you know, because if they know that, you know, this scene has been shot in Maupassant's house, they're going to look at Maupassant's house and they're going to, you know, not to listen to what happens and stuff. But there was a big emotional charge, you know, like it was great. I mean, this house has Maupassant's soul, and you know, it's so I want just to say to John to answer the question. In fact, the nature in my movie is like a character, of course. You know, it's you cannot. I think I wouldn't have. It's very inspiring. It's very. It's like the play I'm acting now is One Life of Maupassant, and Jeanne, my character, whose name is Jeanne, you know, Joan. She says, "I missed the sea who was my great neighbor, the sea with his colère, his angers, with his souffle puissant, with his powerful, you know." Anyway, and she says, I love the sea as a human being without realizing it, you know. And this is in Maupassant. Maupassant describes and comment dire, traite, he describes human beings like nature and nature like human beings. So thank you, John, for telling me that, attendez, excusez-moi, for telling me that this place, you know, the nature is very important. But for me, it was, it was very supporting, you know, very supporting to act, to realize the movie in these places, because it's like people, you know, those cliffs, you know, they're so huge, they're so, voilà. Did I answer correctly?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We've got to talk about this incredible cast. I mean, they really do keep the film going. I mean, I was blown away. I mean, the wonderful thing about this film is that the balance of the conflict and the performances really matches everybody from your own to the others. I mean, tell us a bit about them, the other three people who form the backbone of the cast and the story.
Alors, I had it was hard to find a Peter like Pierre, you know, the main character. Loris Freeman, who is a great actor, very young but great. I know him from a long time, and I knew that he was. He has this anger, this deep thing. Comment dire, sombre, this darkness in him. Which is for him always a struggle. And here I told him, no, just give us your darkness, you know, your suffering stuff, and so it was for him, but it was great. It was like a dream when I saw him, you know. And the young girl, the young actress Elodie Godard, she has a hard part because she, you know, she's like victim of she is a victim of what's going on. I mean, she has this enormous gift, but what to do with this gift, you know, and she's a bit coward, a little bit coward, you know, and acting all this stuff is kind of hard. And Philippe Huchon, my husband in the movie, it was the three characters you were talking about?
Yeah, the three lead, your main cast.
C'est ça. And so Philippe Huchon, he's a great actor too. I know him since a long time, and I knew he had this, you know, like acrobat, you know, of emotion, of funny, of doing some, you know, s'amuser, to you know, to have fun with someone who is, you know, who is this man? I mean, does he know that his wife, whom I acted, does he know that his wife is has had all this stuff going on or not, or does he fake? And I know, Albert Dupontel, you know Albert Dupontel, he's a great French movie director. And he often he often asked Philippe Pichon to act in his movies, and Philippe is very clever. Like, he has always this. He helped the other actors, youngest actors. He helped them a lot to breathe the character, to it was great. It was really they were very supporting for me, because I was schizophrenic, by directing and in between and acting. So it was great. It was and the others too, and Sergi Lopez and Matthew Amalric, and and Dominique Pinon. Dominique was I think Dominique acted in some Jean-Jacques Benec's movie. Anyway, voila. So.
Okay, but we have to talk a bit about Matthew Amalric, because we know him from Quantum of Solace and Munich and The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, which is where I first saw him. I mean, how did you? And he plays a pivotal role in the film in flashback. I mean, how did you get him on board? I mean, what was your working relationship like with him?
Alors, I had this great first assistant. We were looking for the character of the Maréchal, of the lover. I mean, the man who puts all the bad thing. We had to find some very comment dire, important figure, a human. I mean, man. He's. So I asked many actors. Matthew knows that. And then you have dreams and it doesn't come true. So another dream and another dream. And then Dylan, my first assistant, says, "But what about Matthew Amalric?" I say, "Well, Matthew Amalric, of course, but I mean, I cannot dream of him, But yeah. I mean, as an actor, of course." And he said, "Well, not, but just try. You think?" He says, "Yes," because Dylan was his first assistant on his movies, on some movies of Matthew. And then Dylan gave me Matthew's phone, and then I called him, and this sweetness, this douceur in French, this kindness, this respect, because we didn't know each other. We know each other. Maybe he has seen some movies. I don't know. I have seen some great movies of him. I love Tournée, and Barbara, a film on Barbara. Anyway, I love this man. I think he has this mix, this mysterious thing, this grace, la grâce, this magic. Anyway, and then he told me, "Well, okay, I don't need to read the script." I talked to him about the movie, about the way the movie was existing, and he told me, "Okay, I'll come. Just tell me." And he was there 2 days, big miraculous days, and he was so simple. I mean, he's a human being anyway, which is great. He was magic. He was really generous, because when he was there, I remember when he was there, we had just 2 scenes, to shoot with him. But I thought in my dreams, well, I couldn't sleep, and I thought, I mean, you have to shoot other things with him, come on. The dancing part is totally... I could have kissed him too, but I mean, I didn't dare. I was very shy. And I told him after, I said, I couldn't kiss. He said, "Why not? You can kiss." We are actors. We play anyway. It was great, and we danced. And it was funny because in this dancing thing, I was shaking, I was so impressed. Oh, it was so funny because when you see, if you see really the dancing stuff, à un moment donné, at one time we just bump, you know. It's great, and he could I could have asked him anything, he would have done it. You know, it was great. This is very for me. This is cinema. You know, this is movie stuff. It's a big artist alliance. You know, it's a
Yeah.
It's great when it's like this, because like Sergi Lopez, you know, Sergi, I know him from a movie. He told me, you know, I do it for you. I do it because you have your movie in your head. You know it. I do it because, you know, I love you. I mean, you know, you're my friend, you're my soul, and I believe in you. So it's great because, you know, Matthew did that too, and it was, and this boat thing with Loris, you know, when we in the beach, on the beach, when he was freezing. He was alone on this beach with the les galets, you know, with the stones and stuff, and he said, and with the phone, Matthew, it's all right. Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, he was freezing, I think, you know. Very disponible. I don't know how you say disponible. Very
available, yes.
Yeah.
Comment?
Available. What's exactly?
Well, available and
receptive,
generous.
I think. It's receptive, yeah. We've got to talk, as this is your debut film, I mean, we've got to talk a little. I want to ask you about your production team. Tell us a bit more about them.
Alors, production. My first, the first man who made this movie possible was my producer, Mathieu Rubin, who is from Switzerland, in which I am now. He was great because I wrote the movie kind of fast, you know. I had to, because it was during the third confinement or whatever, you know, with this pandemic thing. And I wanted to make a movie because the theater was delayed and from a long time. And then he heard what I wanted to do with this Peter and Jeanne novel of Maupassant. And he told me, well, you know, let's go. I trust you, let's go. And then it went like a storm, you know, it's built, the thing built, it was amazing. And then I had this director of production, production, director, Gilles Monnier, who was great. And all the thing in with the Etretat's maire, le maire d'Etretat, I don't know how you say the
mayor, yes.
The mayor, Etretat's mayor, and he helped us so much, and all the team, all the people in Etretat helped us a lot, and then everybody was very comment on dit, solidaire. Comment on dit solidaire en anglais?
There was great team spirit on set.
Yeah, great community, great solidarity, togetherness. Voilà. Together, I think togetherness is the word, yeah.
Togetherness, exactly. So, and everybody was, well, go, machin. We had these offices in the mayor place, you know, it was great. It was a very, it was really, we were on a boat, you know, we had to go. And I had two real good pals, you know, real good allies. It was my framer, the cadreur, the guy behind the camera, you know, Balthazar Reichert, who was with this running thing, enormous, like a robot, you know, and he was great because he knew exactly what I wanted, so it helped me a lot. And I had this director, the photography director,
cinematographer,
Vincent Leborgne, who was great too, because sometimes I was so impatient, you know. I was so, guys, come on, let's go. You know, I'm not patient, you know. So we rehearsed a lot. The actors were really disponible too, you know, available too. There were a lot of energy and a lot of confidence, trust. You know, yes, comme vous dites, as you say, togetherness it was really, it was amazing. So, and everybody was, there were no, like, you know, it was, you understand? I'm doing some mime now, you know? It was like a cyclone, you know. It's and it's like
yeah, I do. Yeah, I get it, Clémentine. That's good. I want to touch briefly because we heard of the death of Jean-Jacques Banique recently, who made Diva and Betty Blue, and you worked on Betty Blue opposite Beatrice Dalle. I just wanted, could you share with us briefly what were your memories of working with him, and also the memories of working on that particular film, because it's familiar to English audiences, and the poster, the original poster, is actually adorned a lot of bedrooms in the UK. It's one of the most popular posters. So could you share a bit of reflection?
Alors, Benex for me was a huge encounter.
Yeah.
Huge, enormous. It was like a turn in my life and my work progress, my career. I don't like this word career, but it was very important because this part he gave me was very strange and a bit, you know, it's a bit, comment dire, oh là là. It's a bit
unusual.
Yes.
Unusual. Okay. Yeah.
Ça dépasse les bornes. It's not at all conventional. You know, it's out of frame. I mean, it's crazy. You know, I mean, it was the beginning for me. I was beginning in the acting thing. You know, I asked my dad, my mom. I told them. I have this part of this woman who says, you know, this and this. You think They said, yeah, go do it, of course. You know, my parents, and I was very impressed, and it's because he had a vision. You know, there's this vision. It's like some directors like Nolan. I'm talking about Nolan because I love you know, Christopher Nolan. Those huge vision, like David Lean too. You know. Because I'm looking now, Ryan's Daughter, which is very romantic, an old movie, but you know, it's like a man or woman who wants to go very, very far, like a vision of something huge, you know, something of the huge beauty that we are capable of making, the huge thing, not you know, and that's why I loved about Jean-Jacques, and anyway, I loved Jean-Jacques too. You know, I mean, we loved each other at one time, and I say that to you. I never said it in France, so you know, whatever. But we had a love encounter. We had a love thing, you know, during Betty Blue. We met because it was amazing, and it was kind of, you know, messy. I mean, for me, it was like a big wave, you know, a big wave in my life, a big telling me, you know, do this, go there, go. And we saw each other later on, like 2-3 years ago, and it was great. And I knew that he had cancer because, you know, I mean, I want to say that, you know, we have to say the word, always this taboo thing of not saying what he had this, and I knew it, thanks God, because when I heard he was gone, I knew that he was suffering a lot with this thing, with this illness. But voilà, that's what I loved about him. He was, he has this with this vision. I don't know if it's the right word in English, but you know, I mean, you have to build another world. You know, when you are an artist. So I mean, build it with, you know, some bricks or whatever, but do it so with all this. This movement, this vibration, this energy, this light, voila.
I just want to say that I want to just reflect on something myself. I mean, Diva was one of my all-time favorite films. It actually was the film that got me interested in European cinema. I mean, it got me interested in European cinema, and it really blew me away. I remember seeing it on VHS in the early 80s. And along with La Balance by Bob Swain, these were two critical movies. I mean, later on it was Kieslowski's The Double Life of Veronique. And so for me, it was just interesting to hear your thoughts. I mean, he clearly, for me, he was one of the greatest European directors anyway. I want to ask you, because your film is premiering at the Paris International Film Festival, this festival celebrates change in independent cinema in a majestic way. I mean, what are your hopes for change in the future of independent films like Pierre et Jeanne?
Wow. Anyway, I think the change has already began. I mean, and I think that all this pandemic, the pandemic is the right word in English too?
Yeah.
Pandemia. Voilà. Comment?
Pandémique, oui, c'est ça, tout à fait.
Pandemic, yeah.
Pandemic. The pandemic provokes, I think, very many kinds of changes. I think that we have to build, and independence is a very precious thing because it's freedom. I think that, you know, I was in another movie recently, which is very, very independent, more than my movie, you know, which was shot in Brittany, from my frame, Balthazar Reichert, you know, it's his first movie. It's called Mothers, and it's very, I think we have to work on our each singularity, or on our freedom to create. And thank you to have selected my movie in your film festival, because it's with all your this support of recognizing film different, you know, it's an hallelujah, or I don't know, it's a celebration of freedom, this independence thing, yeah, and of differences, you know. We have all, like, if we have one story, if you have 10 directors, they're gonna, of course, make a different film, even if it's one story, you know. Yes. So when you see Korean movies, some English movies, some Japanese movies, sometimes some French movies too, or Belgian movies, or Danish movie, you know, there's so many differences they have to exist. We have to see them because it's beautiful, because it's enrichissant, it's enriching, it's enrichissant, comment on dit ça?
It makes you thrive and grow.
Yes, makes you evolve, evolution.
Oui, you know, it's important to we have to nourish,
encourage and nourish. Yes,
in each other, in all these cultures and all these things, and movies from, of course, tous les pays oriental movies, and, you know, and of course all these witnesses of this period, and so, I'm sorry, I'm emotional, so I'm emotional, so yeah, I mean, voilà. So I have a hard time to speak even in French sometimes, so in English it's wrong.
Okay, so Clémentine,
it's actually, John, a note about Clémentine's film, Pierre et Jeanne, it's actually screening in the Bring Change category at the Paris International Film Festival. So there is no coincidence, and it's wonderful to hear about all this magic.
Okay, so Clémentine, we're coming to the end of this interview. I've got one final question, which is really, what are you most proud of about this film?
Proudness is not my what am I? I'm maybe proud I'm proud of my team. I'm not proud about me. I'm proud that maybe I followed my dreams. I followed my dreams at night. I mean, you know, you can sleep, you cannot sleep, you always. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud they understood me. I'm proud of, but proud is, proud. Yeah, well, yeah. They told me you're the chief, so I'm the captain. You're the captain, so well, the boat. But anyway, I love my movie. You know, my sons, who are my very big partners in artists too. They told me, "Do you have the movie you wanted?" I said yes. So the next one maybe will be even I'll go further. The next one, but I'm happy, proud. I'm happy, so lucky. I could do this. I could sail that boat, and go where I wanted to go. I want to go further now. Anyway, it's the beginning for me. But.
Yeah. Well, we certainly think that this movie is going to really impress people at the festival. I mean, congratulations on your debut. I mean, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. There is a review already on the website for Film and TV Now. Clémentine, Jenna, thank you both for your time and insights today. Much appreciated. Okay, general bit of news. The Paris International Film Festival 2022 plays online between the 10th and 20th of February. And you can get tickets at www.parisinternationalfest.com. Do check out Clémentine's film. It's an absolutely fantastic opportunity, and you'll really be well impressed. For more articles, interviews, and reviews from the festival, you can check into www.filmandtvnow.com. Support independent cinema and filmmakers like Clémentine. Continue to support cinemas across the world as they continue to reopen after the last 2 years of challenges. And remember, and that the communal experience is as important as anything. Don't just stream, binge watch. Do watch movies in their proper environment. And also remember, a film is not just for a festival, but it's forever. So thank you very much, and we shall see you all again soon. Thank you very much to you both.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.